Hey, you tell me when we're
Okay.
all
Yeah, I think we're good. I think it's live.
awesome. Hi, you guys. Welcome, welcome. I am here, and you always make whatever work. So I'm using a picture right now as a phone holder. So when people say that they don't have stuff legit, like you guys are gonna die. This is my phone holder right here. Okay. And I'm just propping my phone on it because my computer is left at my office and things just didn't work out. So that's the joy of this business is you can make whatever work. And when people say they can't, I'm like, I do it all the time. So I cannot see anyone on Facebook. I'm so sorry. Life happens and that's how it is. So I will not be able to see comments on there.
I
But
will read you anything that comes through if people have
per
questions and stuff.
any wins from anyone or want to give anything that they about feedback from yesterday because we talked about objections and how to approach some of those. Um, anything that you guys want to share or questions for a couple minutes? I don't even see a clock. Okay, I can see a time.
I think yesterday was too short. We had time for like two questions. And by then it was time to go. And it's like, wait, there's still objections we can talk about. This was fun, but it was way too short.
I know I looked at the time and I was like, Robbie, we need to go through because that's my thing. It's like trying to like process through it. And that's where my brain just starts to like go that I'm like, oh, here's this and here's this. And 30 minutes goes by real fast. Well,
Connie shared a win on Facebook. She said she added 3 new members to her VIP group.
yay! That is amazing. Well, we had to see this. I'm like looking. Hopefully this does not shut me off. But what we could do, Bill, is today is shorter. So I can go over today's and then afterwards, if there's any other objections, if we still have time, which I know we'll have time, we can go into that if you want. Yes, no. I see the shaking.
Are you
So
asking me?
we'll roll with it, you guys. I'm all about just rolling with it. So hold on, I'm gonna pull up my notes. Today I really like I've talked to, so I was on a call with a bunch of the top like recruiters and sellers and paparazzi. And they brought this up, which I'm like love that Eric talked about this stuff today. It was contact your current customers. And so I'll give what they talked about, and then I'll give some other like tips that I've gotten from just some recent conversations with other paparazzi consultants, which they are very, I think, similar and hand in hand. So it is contacting your current customers and just send them a message and say, how's it going? Or how are things, like what's going on? Just starting the conversations. And then, or you can ask them, what are you enjoying the most about being my customer, or about buying jewelry, or about what do you like the most, what do you enjoy the most about paparazzi? Just to kind of like ask these, just get the conversation going. I think another one that I think is awesome that you talked about is, how does this jewelry bring value in your life? Well, of course, it brings self-confidence. It change for $5, you can change your look up. Like there's so many things, but don't just assume, let them talk. And then, or if it's somebody, if it's an old customer that you haven't talked to in a while, like I think this is something that um Facebook algorithm, I have a love-hate relationship for you guys. And it is something that I hear quite a bit from people that's like, well, I just don't have all the customers like before. But then when people start reaching out to them, it's amazing what they find out of talking to their customers, that it's like, well, where have you been? I thought you stopped selling paparazzi, or I haven't seen you on my feed for a while. And it's because they're just not seeing them. And so just by reaching out and just saying, hey, I haven't talked to you in a while, how have you been? Then they're just going to come in. And if somebody comes to you and says, here, you haven't bought my product in a while, you're just going to be completely turned off and you're going to ignore them. But if somebody reaches out and says like, hey, I haven't seen you in a while, how have you been? It's like, oh my gosh, you are my jewelry person. Like, yeah, I haven't seen you in a while. Why? When do you go live? I haven't seen your lives. So it's just not assume, it's reaching out to some of those past customers or people that may have shopped with you a month ago and you haven't seen them in a month. Like, this is something that is a great thing to do. And then there is another way that you can go about it is once you're talking to them, if you have friends, family, or customers that are like a way to kind of keep the conversation going, is just asking them ways that because what Eric said was encourage them to find ways to add our product into their daily routine. So like, as my brain's kind of thinking that it's like, there's other companies out there that use supplements and products and stuff, where us, like, we're not a consumable. So it's, hey, do you wear earrings every single day? Like, ask them something about the accessory. Look up on in your messenger or wherever you have your conversations or past order with them of like, what did they buy last? Earrings. Hey, I remember when you shopped with me last time, you bought earrings. Like, are you an earring person like me? Like, I love earrings. Do you wear them? I'm just curious. Do you wear them every day? Or like, find out how they use the product in the daily, that it's like, oh, in my mind, it's like, oh, I really do need probably another pair of earrings or another necklace or another bracelet. And then, so number one is contact current customers. 2, encourage them ways like, and so that's where it's like finding out how they use our product every day, or getting them kind of in that mindset like, oh yeah, I do like to change it up and it's affordable. And then 3 is see if there is a door that you can open about a business conversation. So as you're talking to them back and forth, so example, it's, and so I'm going to go into this in a second, but I went to a concert last night and I ran into somebody that I went to high school with, her husband. And so I sent her a message and I said, hey, how are you doing? I saw your husband here. And then it was the concert and I didn't pay attention to my phone. And so after the concert, I sent her another message. I was like, hey, I hope you enjoyed the concert as much as I did. I heard that you were sitting a few rows up. I never saw you. It would have been fun to see you. Well, she responded back and she goes, yeah, I totally saw you. It would have been fun to catch up. So I kept the conversation going. Then I was like, oh my gosh, this was so fun. Did you love this in the concert? That it wasn't anything about the business. But then we started talking about like, hey, time has gone so fast, and she has kids my same age. And so I started talking about that and catching up. And so the next question I was going to send to her is like, hey, so what have you been up to? Like, what are you doing for work? Or I went and Facebook stalked her, because who doesn't do that? And so it was either I can say, ask her straight out, hey, what are you doing for work? Or 2, it's going to be, hey, I see that you are a graphic designer. That is so awesome. Like, I wish, and just put something in there just to be genuine. Like, that is not my forte. And that is like a creative mind. And I have so much respect for people that can do that. Like, way to go. I'm so like, that makes me happy to see that, like, you're just doing good in your life. Give them a compliment. So Eric, so by doing that, well, what do you do back? Well, they're giving me compliments. So then they're going to go look and see what you do for your job, or they're just going to ask you straight out, like, well, what do you do for work? And it's just a very easy conversation. And so, but this is with customers. So so I gave a tangent of just a daily thing that happened with me. But so in opening up the door, you can bring up and say, does this product bring value in your life? Or as you're kind of talking to that too, like what does putting on earrings or putting on the necklace, like does that, I'm just trying to do a poll, or I'm just trying to collect information. Like, how does it make you feel when you got the jewelry from me and you wore it for the first time? And so, sorry, I'm just kind of like brainstorming through this. Like, these are questions that you can reach out and even ask some of old customers where, like, you're going to think, oh, I felt really good when I put them on. So then that's where it can open into another conversation that it's like, hey, you're talking about, it's in your mind, it's like, hey, we do have a market for this. And so you can say, hey, do you know if there's anyone that could use a smile, or if you have any friends that would like to get like some fun, cute, trendy jewelry for affordable price, like, will you just send them my way? And that would just be awesome. So then you're kind of like bringing that up, and they're like, oh yeah, I have this person and this person. And, or I know these girls at work, they would love it. So you can go into, okay, maybe doing a bag party of sending them some jewelry to do a bag party, or going into like, hey, well, not sure if you've ever thought about it, but I just thought I would throw this out there. But since you know people and you know, like, there is totally a need, and this stuff sells itself, like it's inexpensive, it's great trendy jewelry, it's affordable. Like, if you're ever interested in wanting to just get jewelry at wholesale and be able to have stuff that you can sell to some of your friends and coworkers, and you make money off of them instead of me, like, I'm totally great if you send me the people. I'll love to take the money. But if you would, if you're interested, and if this is something of interest to you, then I would love to give you more information and talk to you about it so you could be making the money instead of me. And so it's just kind of like how you're turning the conversation, if that makes sense. And you just look for, and it takes time just for you to pick up those little cues that, just like last night when I was talking to somebody, I was like, oh, and this is just practice. And it's not like, it is taking me time to kind of come up with these things. And it's the repetition of doing these classes. And like, there is some things that you're going to learn in this that it's like, oh, I heard this in the social media run, but it is the repetition. Then as you come into contact with these situations, that it's like, oh yeah, I could totally ask this person this, or I can totally like turn and like open the conversation or bring up the business in this aspect. That it's like right now, I had just crap hit the fan this morning, and I just laugh about it because I'm like, this is just normal in my life. And I'm able to work from home. Like, a lot of people don't have that I'm going to go online, or I'm going to go do because I'm not banned from Facebook right now, but I'm going to go record something that I can post later. Yeah, it's a whole story, you guys. It's been a week and it's real fun. But I'm going to record something like, hey, look, this is my life today. Like, I get to play in the water outside with my son and have him get drenched, and I'm working from home and I'm making money. Like, isn't this the coolest thing? Like, just showing your lifestyle, showing the things that you get to have, that it's just, even if it's the little wins, that, hey, I sold 5 pieces today and I was able to pay for this, pull out a receipt and say, hey, I was able to pay for part of this receipt. Or at the end of the week, hey, I paid for this with my business. Like, the little wins are what is like huge. So, any input? Like, I know Tanya was just on a recruiting call. Any little things that popped up as I'm talking that like kind of came in, that from like what you've learned with these different conversations, that it's like, oh, here's something to say. I can't hear you. Is she muted, Kaylee?
Mhm.
Oh, there. I have to scroll down. Then I can see that you're not muted.
Listen, my Zoom went on the fritz. They threatened to kick me out of the GoPro session on yesterday if I didn't put my name up there. I'm like, what's from my name? My Zoom. I don't, someone on the fritz. So now the icons, everything's screwy now. But I can give you the example of what happened to me probably just shy of a week ago. I reached out to a cold market. Someone sent me a message and shared with me. So I say, hey, can I share something with you? Cold market. I sent them, well, I asked them a question or two. I think it was a little banter like that, but then our opportunity calls are on Mondays. I said, what I really wanted to share with you was an opportunity. They was like, absolutely. So I say, every Monday we have this call, join us, yada, yada. She was like, great, I'll be there. First one on the Zoom. So just a half hour ago, I got off the line because she's been on fire since the Zoom meet we had on Monday. She's been on fire and she just signed up as one of our business partners. Yeah.
No.
So that was the turnaround in the cold market, and all I did was have conversation. Thank you for sharing whatever you share with me. This is what I want to share with you. She's been very interested. So yeah, I had to spend that 30-minute conversation and letting her talk, and I did nothing but listen. But that's the business team. Okay. So yeah, don't be afraid how cold market, the conversation, it works. Because that's what she thanked me for, paying attention and having conversation with her. The patience of it all.
And what is the one thing that Eric says constantly? I just hear it nonstop is the person who has the most conversations wins. And there is somebody, she's not on here. She watched every day of the social media, and then she's been doing the replays of the 90-day. And I just talked to her the other day. There he is. And she said that, she goes, Brittany, I have so many conversations going. And she's like, it's because I'm just reaching out. And she's like, at first, yeah, it seems like it's that tedious, or it's like, why am I doing all these conversations? But she's like, now I have so many people that I'm talking to that I'm getting all these customers. I have all these things going on. And so it's just being patient, that trust the process. And I love, and that's what I was joking about, is there are people that'll come back, and I just laugh about it because they're, if you have not had it, you will have it soon, that people will bring up. And it's like, you'll see the scripting of like, oh, I know why they're saying this. I know why they're saying this. Or it's just a blatant, like, here's a whole paragraph. Would you like to join my business? Blah, blah. And so then it's like, you either can go back if you want to, or like I go back and forth and I'm like, okay, they're trying, they're making an effort. Like I want them on my team. And so I go back and I talk to them. And so like, I think that's huge. Tanya got on a call with them to listen to them. And then it's like, hear me out. And then it's like, oh, your opportunity is way better than mine. I'm going to jump. And so you just never know.
He took less than a week. I'm still reaching out to a business partner I've been trying to recruit for last year and a half. I'm going to show up at her house Sunday because she's having a function. Listen, it can happen in a short time, or it can take forever, but it will happen if you keep having conversations.
Yeah. I love that. Okay, so does anyone have any questions about this or in general, or any objections for the next 5 minutes or before the screaming is heard very loud through the door?
Britt.
Yeah.
So Brenda on Facebook earlier, she asked, what is a good script to use when following up with potentials? She's trying to catch up on some days.
So I feel like I would not just say that there's just one script. Okay. I would kind of fill it out and just see. So I look at it of when I talked to them last, what our conversation was about last. So if it was about their kids, I'm going to follow up and see like, hey, last time we were talking, you said this was going on in your life or this. I just wanted to check in and see like how into school's going or how kids were doing or how this is. Or again, another secret of mine is I Facebook stalk them. And if they posted something in the last day or two or week, I will comment either on their story or I'll send them a message like, oh my gosh, I just saw you pulled up in my feed about the picture of your kids or about this recipe or about this you shared on your timeline. Like, thank you so much for sharing that or for posting that. That put a smile on my face. And so you start the conversation of something that they posted about. I see Josette like laughing over. Then it's like, no, I did not see it. You guys don't tell them my secret. But it's like, oh yeah, I totally saw that. And I saw it.
Brittany, oh my God. Listen, I'm a believer of y'all. If nobody else is a believer of you. So I'm paying attention. I'm that student that's paying attention, but when y'all tell us stuff, I do it, right? So I am messaging somebody right now as we speak that I have not seen in a while. She's been working, so she quit the job because they playing with her hours. And I said, where do you work at now? She says, University of Tennessee. I said, OMG, you're a walking billboard. I said, what are you waiting on to get started? And she says, but I'm not like you. I'm more behind the scenes. I'm not in front. You have that drive and energy. Okay, now tell me what to say to her.
So what did we say yesterday? We said yesterday was
You don't have to be like me.
exactly. Say I can understand where like I have been there before. I was more timid or I didn't like that or I have friends that are the same and that's totally fine. I don't
Yeah.
want you to be me.
Yeah.
I want you to be you. But
Okay.
I just want to throw out there and so you're relating with them but you are walking around, you are so cute and you are dressed up like by you just having some stuff on, you don't have to go live. You don't need to do what I'm doing, but just by having some jewelry in your bag, I'm highly shocked. Come on, ignore. If you do not like sell the stuff. So if you want to carry my business card around and hand that out and I make the money, but I would rather you make it.
I'd rather you make it. And she buys like hundreds at a time from me.
Yeah. And so it's
Yeah.
would you
Yeah.
just, hey, I went and looked back at how much you spent with me, and I am more than happy to take your money. But girl, like you are so cute and like you get this. And so I would rather you be able to get jewelry at wholesale. You can still come buy from me. If you see something I have, don't you fret for 1 second. Like you are more than welcome to buy from me. But if you want to get it at wholesale, and then as you're walking around and people ask you, they hear and they can buy it straight from you and you make the money instantly.
Okay. Doing it now.
Hey, Josette,
Ma'am.
I'm from Knoxville, Tennessee, University of Tennessee. You
Uh-huh.
tell that girl she is a walking billboard to put on orange and white jewelry and make bank.
Okay.
Orange and white, go Vols. She can make so much money. I'm not even kidding. I'm
Okay.
not even kidding. Game day, oh my gosh. She would be like loving life. Loving life.
Okay.
That is so smart. Yeah. And I would like say, do you know how many cute orange things we have in our shop right now? Like you would go crazy. Seriously, it's totally fine. And so that's why I do like, you just send them my way. I'll just do it all. So I like play back and forth with her that it's just, you're just being real. So
I was going to tell the people, this is what we come for. If you have more of those conversations, you'll have a live on camera conversation too. get it fed right here. This is what we do. Please keep feeding us. Thank you, Josette. Thank you. That made my day too, boo.
Because you just never know. And just by you sending that message that you weren't sure about, look at what came out of it. So I think us as people, our egos, we just get in our heads that it's like, oh, I'm going to bug this person, or, oh, they've seen this, or, oh, there's this. You guys open your mouth, because what's the worst they're going to say? No. Well, it doesn't mean no. It means not now. And if they say no, who cares? You'll move to the next one. It's taken me a while to like not care about what people think. And there's still days that I feel like it stresses me out. That I'm like, oh, they didn't like me. But you guys, it's okay. Tomorrow's another day. And if they say that, it's like, I'm going to go take a deep breath outside and just say in my heart, but who cares? You are here where we love you and you're in a good place. So whatever else someone else says, just say it's okay. There's something by, archive and block. You'll never have to see them again. It's totally fine. Okay, you guys, I love you. I've got to go get logged in and try and get this figured out from a different computer of new releases today, because I'm kind of all over the place. But thank you guys for getting on. I will be here tomorrow. I will be more present and I will not be using a picture as my phone prop. So we'll be good. Love you guys. See you later.